I'll be real with you guys, man. I hate sports games. Never liked them, never understood why people play them.
Nah, there's no way this goes in. I didn't pass it there!
Like, just go outside, dude, touch grass. Why are you virtually kicking a ball when you could kick a real one? That being said, I'm usually a fantasy guy at heart. That's why I play video games for the fictional aspect and to be immersed in a different world. Elden Ring, RPGs, you know, that kind of vibe. So trust me when I say this, Rematch is different. In fact, it's so different that during the beta, I ended up grinding a mode that I will always hate until the day I die, ranked. I told myself I'd try a few matches and somehow got placed in a rank that absolutely blew my friggin' mind. But before we get to that, let me tell you why I hate sports games, but Rematch changed my mind. So Rematch is made by a studio called Slow Clap. And listen, I've got some history with these guys. They made this game called Absolver back in the day, which was basically Kung Fu Dark Souls, but online and pretty weird. You'd wander around, learn martial arts moves by fighting NPCs, and then turn around and use those same moves you learned on other players. No game has really done that since, seriously. That game deserves its own video. Like and subscribe if you want to see that. Then they created Sifu, which I think a lot more people know about. They took all the lessons they learned in Absolver to create one of the most immersive single-player combat experiences I've ever had in a video game.
God!
With an extremely unique concept to boot. Death makes you age, and that game also ended up being one of my favorite games to play to this very day. So when I heard they were making a sports game, I was like, really? Sports? From these guys? But then I played it, and ooh, man, I get it now. Rematch is not just good. It made me, someone who literally can't stand sports games, willingly grind ranked during the beta. And not just 1 or 2 games. I mean full sessions, with stakes, with sweats, and the rank I hit, you're not gonna believe it. But first, I need to explain what this game actually is. Because on the surface, Rematch looks like just another soccer game. But if you've ever played Rocket League, it's got that same magic. The easy to pick up, hard to master vibe. Like, yeah, you can play a match after 5 minutes and kinda get it, but then you see a high-level player style on you with some advanced tech and you're like, oh my god, I am trash. And that's because of the way the mechanics are built. You can forward burst to gain speed to reach the ball faster, whereas a newbie would just drive everywhere. There's nitro management, aerial control, and a million different things to learn that can put you above the rest of the player base. Just take one look at high-level Rocket League gameplay and then try playing it yourself and you'll know exactly what I mean. Rematch is like that too, just without the RC cars, which is right up my alley because, no offense, but Mario Kart plus soccer ball was never really my cup of tea. First, let's just dissect the amount of moves at your disposal here with Rematch. You can quick dribble, where instead of sprinting with the ball, you kind of tap it ahead repeatedly to keep momentum. It's faster, but way riskier. Pretty much the same concept as Rocket League's forward dribble. Then there's the rainbow flick. If you pull this off while someone's trying to steal the ball, oh my god, it's like breaking ankles in slow motion. Then you can do a Maradona spin, juke, sprint dash when you need that extra bit of juice, and so many other options to juke players in style that if you know what you're doing, you can become a one-man army to score goals, and there's just no other feeling to describe it other than feeling like the main character in a friggin' anime or something. Still, as complicated as offense can be, there are ways to counter each and every one of those maneuvers, so skilled matches are going to require lots and lots of passing, to the point where ranked matches feel like an actual soccer game, even with all the ridiculous shit you can do in this game. Now let's talk game modes. There are 3 different types: 3v3, 4v4, and 5v5. Now the mode that has the most action is 3v3. Here, you learn the basic mechanics of the game. It's where you'll have the most action, and probably the best experience for most players that are new to the game. Now at first, this was my favorite mode, until I started up Ranked. Ranked forces you to play 5v5. There's no ranked 3v3 or 4v4. And with 10 people on the field, the entire game changes. Now, my first game of Ranked, I actually didn't record, and I wish I did. It was an absolute nail-biter, and it was my first time seeing how skilled players played Rematch, with us barely clutching out a win in overtime, and it changed the way I played the game completely. But what I did record was the match that came right after. Armed with all the lessons I had learned from my previous ranked match, I came at this team with renewed skill. And this time, we friggin' destroyed them. Let me break down the play-by-play. First off, I knew that 5v5 played way slower than 3v3, so you have to play more methodically, spreading the field, shifting back and forth between possessions depending on who has the ball, and react accordingly. One thing I noticed in ranks that people weren't doing in Quick Match was how the ball was centered. They would square it off the backboard of the goalie post and then shoot to score after that. Now this was some Rocket League levels of technique, because whenever you shoot to score in Rematch, you need to aim with the right stick while also keeping track of where the ball is at the same time. It's hard to describe it in words, but it's definitely tough to execute consistently. Either way, we had this back and forth for a while with no scoring for the first half of the game. We got kind of close with this team play, but the goalie was just too aware. Still, with enough persistence and some teamwork, we finally got our first goal. But then it was time for me to shine. I call for the ball, hit it off the back post, and then, no dice. But then, this happened. Boosh! Up 2-0, baby. Do you see how dynamic this game can be already? Also, I can't wait until somebody does a friggin' bicycle kick goal. The shooting animations in this game just look so sick. We were on a roll now. For some reason, they just couldn't handle our shots, but the most insane goal by yours truly was soon about to end the game for good, with me as the goalie. Just wait and see. But before that, here's my chance to talk about playing as goalie. In all honesty, it's probably the most boring role you're given in Rematch, but at the same time, it's one of the most important ones. After all, you're the ultimate wall that prevents the team from scoring at the end of the day. You can dive for it, slide for it, and the ball will pretty much magnetize to the goalie's hands as long as you're in the general vicinity. It can feel pretty good to get some clutch saves, but overall I much prefer being a player on the field. Again though, still cool that the game completely changes when playing as the goalie, and you have to be good at being both a fielder and a goalie because your position rotates with every goal you make. So everybody gets a turn being the goalie to make it fair. That's not to say you can't switch out on the fly during the game too. It's not like a hard stuck position you gotta play for the rest of that round, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, here I am doing my job as goalie, up 3-0, the game all but finished, right? But they make a last-ditch effort to score, and I scoop up the ball, see a guy wide open down the field, and I screamed out loud when he made that shit. You see, if you're up by 4 in Rematch, the game automatically ends. It's a mercy rule, and honestly kind of helped save me from getting tilted on more than one occasion. Who wants to play a match where you're down 7 points after all? Just another great feature of Rematch, really. And with the end of that ranked match, I got placed in Gold 2. Not amazing, not terrible, just solid.
That's not great, but it's not horrifying.
But honestly, I don't even care about the rank, because now I get it. Rematch turned a genre I despise into something I can't wait to grind when the full game drops on June 19th. And for just $30, man, this is less than Elden Ring Night Rain. It's a steal. Slow Clap is seriously 3 for 3 in my book.
I'm in the Empire business.
Now yeah, the beta wasn't perfect. Netcode, a little wonky. Few bugs slip through time to time. But if their track record says anything, it's that they'll smooth this out by launch, and when they do, I'll be on the field trying to land that anime-ass rainbow flick screaming at my screen.
What are you doing, bro?
Probably still playing goalie wrong. So if this video got you even slightly curious, give Rematch a shot when it comes out, and I really think it deserves it. And I don't think this game is getting as much attention as it deserves, so hopefully this video is able to fix that. Now, that's going to be it for me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or I will soccer ball teleport kick you in the face while you're sleeping. All right, take care of yourselves, and as always, have yourselves a damn good one. I'll catch you in the next Rematch.